Yeah. Let's go. Studio Boy Records in the building. Yeah. Only the strong entertainer, yeah. I do this for my aces and kings, malice and Mr. Bell. How many things can we achieve? Only time will tell. I must say your boy been crying well. You'll never ever see me locked up for crimes in jail. I put my pen to the paper and my mind excels. I get angry in situations, but I'm kind as well. Never been a follower, giving my mind for sale. I watch people shoving their brain till they found their hell. I see no.
Alright, what's good everybody? It's Dame Stacks TV. We got Sonny Strongarm. You already know what time it is. And he got another project coming, so we here to chop it up with my mans right quick. So to get it going, what's new with Sonny Strongarm?
You already know, working on a new project. The title and name is Audio Reality. The previous one was Audio Biography. That was telling the story of my life from my aspect and what I see and what I had been through, but now this one is the reality version where everybody else that's featured on the album is telling their story and how they feel.
Yeah, and I heard a couple snippets of the songs. It's a lot of reality in there. You know what I'm saying? So you might stir some pots. Are you prepared for this?
It might be a little controversy, but you know, I mean, one thing about it is that when you listen to this album, you're gonna listen to it and you're gonna say, yeah, that's exactly what I saw, that what he do, and what I would expect of him. So, but then this album's gonna take people it's gonna give them a different perspective on how I see things too. So.
Okay, and what motivated you to start on this project?
Actually, from the last project, it was received well, and I got a lot of influence from my peers and people I work with, producers, and definitely Coop Chardonnay. We sat down and talked about a lot of things, and he gave me a lot of different and better angles to do things, and I'm an abstract artist, so I didn't see why it wouldn't be necessary to touch on those.
Okay. And who helped produce and basically master the project as a whole? I know you said Coop, but who else helped work on it?
Of course, this was a superpower album getting put together by Only the Best.
Okay.
Which is Studio Boy Records, one of the best samplers and boom bap producers here in the 757 in Virginia. And of course, Coop Chardonnay. He's a big industry guy, one of my close friends, and they came together on this project, and both of them played their part, and they gave me the insight and gave me all the, they gave me all the best influence to make better songs and to make more influential songs. Not just songs for my fan base, but songs for everybody.
Okay. And what was your goals, your main goals when making this project? Was there a certain demographic you trying to reach or a certain point you trying to get across?
Well, with this project, I wanted to touch more outside of my fan base and more outside of people who not used to my music, and touch on more situations and more relatable subjects and situations that people are accustomed to, and at the same time making this album user friendly, so it can be, most of the songs can be played anywhere in any atmosphere amongst any crowd.
Yeah, that's real. And have you had any obstacles while making this project? Anything come up that hindered you or caused any issues in the creative process?
Nah, not really. I mean, of course sometimes you're gonna have the occasional writer's block here and there because you looking for certain topics, and trying to make every song controversial, but trying to make every song relatable is kind of a hard task. Vice versa, you just sitting back and you just rapping on the song just for lyrics. These songs are just not about lyrics. Each song is telling a story and has a message, but then it gives you a different side of me and different aspects of me.
Okay. And what is your plans for the future? After this project drop, what is your plans directly afterwards?
Directly afterwards, my plans is to, of course, do what we did last time, but on a bigger scale, and I'm gonna be on more podcasts, shows. I'm gonna be doing a lot more moving and touring, and just doing more groundbreaking things as far as putting my talent out there in the universe.
Okay. And last year and this year, we seen you been doing a lot of performing, a lot of moving around, meeting niggas. How was it last year performing and meeting all of these bigger named individuals? Do you feel like you're breaking through? Do you feel like this was well deserved and should have been happened? Like, how was your experience traveling and actually performing out of town and doing other shit last year?
I could say last year I didn't really expect for things to go the way they did last year, but they really turned out better than expected. I made a lot of connections that I would have never expected to make. I felt it was groundbreaking to me because I just didn't think that my music reached that far until I started looking at my catalog, and I'm seeing people was looking at me from overseas and everything else, and then realizing that a lot of times it's the people you don't know that give you the most love. So, and now I ain't gotta look for nobody to holler at me to perform or nothing like that. 9 times out of 10 when I'm waking up in the morning, people calling me trying to book me. So,
Yeah.
So the work paid off, and it's still paying off to this day.
And when the album drops, what should we expect and what's a good time frame for it?
Good time frame for it would be the end of next month. So the album will be out, more videos, a lot of promo, and it's going to be a lot of unexpected features because now it's this time where I'm putting my team on now. And I'm putting the ones that was close to me who actually been there from the beginning and been helping me all this time. Everybody got a lane now where it's like, all right, this is the lane you playing. And the guys that I used to rap with that, supported the whole album and that's really down about their business. Most likely, if you see me around these people, which you might not see me around a lot of people, but these guys, you're gonna see their presence on the album in some form or fashion.
Okay. I'm about to say, I know we seen Malice up there, a couple other names, but I definitely see that you're serious about that one.
Yeah, shout out to Big Malice, man. Been working with me for the last 7 years, always been solid, so y'all be looking forward to seeing him on the album because I know a lot of people have been asking me and they've been definitely waiting to see what type of fire, what type of heat he gonna bring to the project. So yeah, and you're gonna see a lot more of him, and not just security or nothing, but in videos and interviews and everything else. So shout out to him.
Yeah, now everybody knows you move a certain way, and that shit causes a lot of fucking hate, whether it be the bodyguard or the security, whatever the fuck it is, the jewelry. How do you deal with hate and opposition on a regular basis? Is what I want to know, because I know that shit got to take a toll, or you might not even feel it. It's up to you, though. I don't know.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get a little strenuous depending on what situation that I'm in or what's the atmosphere. But for the most part, I just try to evade all that negativity stuff or whatever like that. And then sometimes if I see a situation that can be diffused or, sometimes people got different perspectives of looking at things. And sometimes people only see it from a hood aspect or see it from a street or maybe just about money. And sometimes it ain't always about that, And people gonna look at you a certain way if they ain't doing what you doing. And it's not that they can't do what you doing, They just might not have the people around them to enlighten them and and give them key points or give them a visual of what can be done. Because some things ain't hard to do as long as you put your mind to it and putting your best foot forward. So, like I said, sometimes I get annoyed, Sometimes I get annoyed, but for the most part, I'm very humble about it, you know what I'm saying? Some people might say that I can get rude at times, but if I'm getting rude at any time when I'm in public or whatever, 9 times out of 10, it's based off the energy that somebody else brings to the situation, and then I probably don't see any other way to handle the situation but reciprocate that. So,
yeah.
Just like Coop tell me all the time, this is what come with it, right?
Nah, that's real. That's definitely what come with it.
So, yeah.
Yep, and in the near future, what can we expect from Only the Strong ENT? Because I know you got artists now that you helping push all this other shit. What can we expect in the near future?
You can expect to see a lot more of the artists, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we working on a documentary, so my documentary will be out soon. It'll be taking place all around, so you'll get a better demographic of my life, how I came up, my inside studio process, and like the guys that were there from the beginning, my friends from the beginning that helped me and always was on my back pushing me, you know, and always telling me and making sure I was the person that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that beat the odds and you know, just kept me above water, you know. So a lot of them will be in there, childhood friends, family, things like that, other artists that I've worked with over this time, and you know, and a lot of key point people that people wouldn't know me to even be around. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, this is a little bit deeper question, but I gotta ask. We know we just lost somebody close to us recently, and that's him. After losing him, I just want to know, did that change your outlook on music or how you plan on presenting yourself in the near future, or do you feel like you just gotta keep going because you was already on the right path?
I mean, I feel like I had my lane and my path that I was going down, but when he passed, we had long talks all the time. So sometimes we'll talk for 2-3 hours, whether we were just sitting outside or on the phone or whatever. And we talked a lot about growth. That was one of his main things that we used to always get into heated arguments about. 9 times out of 10, he was always arguing with me about what he know or felt like that I could do that I wasn't doing. And so, you know, losing a friend like that is pretty hard because, you know, it's not easy to have people around you that's willing to push you, you know what I mean? Especially when you're not pushing yourself or you thinking that you at a level but they see something more in you. So, and we did a lot of talking about industry, you know, about industry politics and stuff like that, and he was very fluent in industry politics and with different celebrities and stuff, same as I. And he came up with a good saying, and he was saying that if you're gonna be a part of this, you gotta look the part and you gotta play the part. So everything ain't about your mentality of what you used to. It's you have to understand that there's other things out here than that, and you have to become accustomed to things that you're not aware of and things that you don't know. Because people feel what they don't know, but knowledge is the key though, and knowledge is the fruit. So I spend a lot of my time learning from him, and he spent a lot of time learning from me, and we spent a lot of time teaching each other. And at the same time, while we were out doing these shows, meeting these celebrities and stars and stuff, we instead of sitting down just talking about the regular mumbo jumbo, we was picking their brain for information. So, and they was telling us a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And they was really amazed to see that we was more on the learning versus their star or their celebrity. And so pretty much most all of them always reached out, and they always accepted me and him with open arms. So
I got one last question, and it's a simple one. You relocated your studio. Do you like the new atmosphere and your new setup more? I know y'all got multiple rooms, y'all got a lot of shit going on, and shit is pretty big around here. Do it feel good to be here, or do you kind of miss your old dungeon and lair that you used to have?
I mean, it started from the dungeon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it started from the dungeon. You know, you always gonna have them dungeon family memories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I miss it, but don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I like where we at and at the level we at. You know what I mean? we stepped it up pretty good, you know, and the work showing and it's paying off, and it's not only paying off from where we at, what we doing, and how things are going, you know what I'm saying? It's paying off in the music, and people are telling me that they can see it and they can hear it in the music. And one of the things I hear a lot is people say that, you know what I'm saying, we can see the growth in your music now. And so that's one of the main things I wanted to do. It ain't just about growing financially and whatever else. It's about growing mentally and, you know what I'm saying, career-wise and talent-wise.
Nah, I definitely agree. But yeah, I ain't gonna pick your brain too much further. I asked the main questions I wanted to know. We got Sonny Strongarm on Dame Stacks TV. Y'all already know what it is. Is there anything else you want to say before we close?
Nothing much, man. I just want to tell everybody to keep working hard and chase your dreams and aspirations, and don't let nobody tell you what they think you should be. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when people do things like that, they're just trying to dictate what you do, and you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing too hard to learn. It's just all in what you put your mind and put your effort into. So I'm just a regular cat, you know what I'm saying, out of Hampton, VA.
Yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't think that when I be walking around, so, you know, but I still carry it as that, you know what I'm saying, within myself, because I don't ever forget where I come from, and I don't ever feel like I'm better than anybody, but I don't ever put myself down either, and y'all shouldn't either.
Y'all heard it first here. That nigga Sonny Strongarm, only the strong ENT, Studio Boy Records. We in the building. It's Dame Stacks TV, and y'all make sure y'all get the album the second it come out. Shout out to Studio Boy, shout out to Coop Chardonnay, Malice, and anybody else involved with the project. And y'all make sure y'all tap in. Look, holla.